Hey guys, it's James with Fourth Wall Reviews. I would like to remind everybody content is intended for adult collectors of action figures and flags. You can read that on my About page for my YouTube channel. I'm bringing you a review of a Marvel Legends set of action figures. This is the 6-inch Marvel Legends line Rogue and Pyro 2-pack for Marvel Legends series. I'm going to hand this to my camera person while I unbox the figures. On the left side, you see an image of Pyro making, himself out of fire and holding his hand. And on the right hand side, you see a image of the Rogue from this set in a more modern style costume, removing the gloves from her hands, or glove from her hands. And on the back, it's the same image as on the front. Pyro on the left/right, depending on how you look at it, and Rogue left/right, depending on how you look at it. It says Marvel's Pyro and Marvel's Rogue. An X-Men golden X-Men logo at the top. Not really anything at the bottom. Marvel Legends series. Okay, I'm gonna hand it off to my camera person. We rolling? Mm-hmm. Hey guys, I'm back. I handed it off to my camera person so you could actually see me unbox this thing. Got my knife. My content intended for adult collectors of action figures and flags. I just figured I would say that to let you know. Here's the box. Nice box. Don't need much for the box. Here's the backdrop. The backdrop, which is just kind of an X logo. Don't need much for that either. There's one figure. One accessory. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Pyro seems like it's going to be a pain to get. Pyro almost lost his head. Nice. Okay, there's the garbage box and all that crap. Actually, I'm going to use this backdrop. Okay guys, we're back with this Marvel Legends Rogue and Pyro 2-pack. I'm going to take a look at the accessories, the surprisingly underwhelming accessories that they come with in a deluxe pack. A set of fireballs for Pyro. We've also seen the likes of the Marvel Legends Human Torch and an alternate angry face for Rogue and an alternate evil smirk smirking face for Pyro. Now, I want to address something before I get an articulation portion of this video. At that point, I'll hand it back to my camera person. Pyro, or his alter ego, John Allardyce, was a mutant that is a pyrokinetic. He has pyrokinesis. He controls fire. He does not make fire. So the fireballs here, I've heard people say they make no sense for him, and then I've heard people that have no problem with it.
Personally, either way, the fireballs, I'm going to hand it back to my camera person now. The fireballs go kind of over his fist like that, and that, hold on, makes no sense
as to why the things would go over his fist like that. Get on there. He cannot actually touch the fire. The fire will burn him. He is not that type of mutant. There is a Pyro later in the line whose name I cannot remember, who can actually make the fire himself. But John Allardyce, or this variation of Pyro, if bring John Allardyce as his comic book alter ego, cannot make the fire himself. Sorry about that. So for the things to go over his fist like that, it kind of makes no sense. Now, I've seen other people do this. I don't know if I can get it to work. You can put the fireball kind of into the little nozzle hoses on his wrists, but they do not stay there 100%. So there's the accessories for Marvel's Pyro. I'm going to move into the articulation. Before I do, this red diamond piece with the gas tank on it is a separate piece. If I was to pop the head off,
yeah, right.
and yes, the head does pop off. The whole thing could come off, and pop the hands off, the other whole could come off. But now that I got his less impressive head popped off, I'm going to pop off, or pop on, the more evil smirk face, which is his second head, which is what I think I will go with for my Pyro, because when I think Pyro, think of him as an evil, psychotic fire controller. Now, for the articulation, you get 160 degrees arm rotation that may be hindered by the hoses. Arms go out that far so you can do a T-pose kind of thing. 160. They're not as hindered by the hoses as I thought they would be. Legs, you get double jointed legs, as you see here. Hinge at the foot. Foot hinge and stuff. You can do the splits about like that, but I'm not going to try to force it past that, because I kind of don't want to break my new action figure. His waist can turn all the way around, full 360. And even though he has this apparatus here, and yes, you gotta watch this, the hoses do pop out, as I'm showing you here, but they just gotta peg back in, so you're fine. He does get a half crunch that goes that far back and that far forward with a nice little click, actually. But that far back, that far forward. And you do get double joint on both legs and hinge at both feet, if you can see that there. Let's be honest, the reason everybody picked this action figure pack up was because of the Pyro. That's why I picked it up. That's why you picked it up. That's why everybody picked it up. I would like to remind you, content is made for adult collectors. Set this head right here aside. And that's about all Pyro figure. Remember that Pyro cannot make fire on his own. He is a pyrokinetic that can control fire. So the gas tank flamethrower on his wrist, I always wondered myself why they took and put a flamethrower in the comic books and games and stuff. And then it's like, oh, he only controls the fire. That's kind of why he had to have the lighter in X-Men Last Stand, but we're not going to get into that Pyro. But this has been it for Marvel Legends Pyro. Now let's take a look at the second figure in this set. The reason maybe some people picked it up, but not all. But she does have something Pyro does not, and that is pinless technology in the legs. So this is one of the figures they tried it out on. See why they didn't do it for her and Pyro. You do get...
You can kind of get a double jointed knee. Splits about that much. Double jointed knee about like that.
You do get a hinge at the, or a hinge or whatever at the foot. Single joint elbows, if I can get them to, work. Mine seem to be a little stuck, so I'm not going to force it. I don't want to break the figure. Arms go out like that. Back to the sides like that. Full 360 like that. Single joint elbow. See a lot better on this side of the figure than the last side.
Head can look all the way up,
which is good for flying poses. But I want to say that this rogue she did not have the ability to fly. And you do get an alternate head, which I will attempt to pop off and we can take a look at it now. I'm always scared to pop these heads off of these action figures because I'm afraid that something's going to go wrong. There's the much less relaxed face. I can't get it on there all the right this second. There we go. There's the much less relaxed face. My content is intended for adults, by the way, I might add. The upper torso is kind of move a little bit. She don't really have a half crunch too much. And I think I'll stick with the non-angry face, which I'll change back after I'm done with the video. Don't help to knock you over. But this has been my review. It's Marvel Legends Pyro and Rogue 2-pack. My content is intended for adults. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't only break the fourth wall, we shatter it.